I'm so stupid. Stuff. This is so cringe.
Kind of.
You guys didn't even hear the sudden music coming out of nowhere.
I got it.
Where are you going?
Oh my lord, it's over, dude.
Red Tower.
It's over. I'm
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Yo, what's up, gamers?
Okay, tell me you think this is too radical, okay? So I understand, I listen to you guys debate on Live and Learn sometimes, and I respect the different perspectives. That Hutch is kind of more the, what is our most politically advantageous play, and then I would say that you and Pisco are more kind of the like that's important, but also we need to have like kind of principled plays as well. Do you think that's like a very broad summary kind of sometimes?
So unsubscribe. No, please.
Yeah, I mean,
Meow.
I'm pretty scorched earth on just getting Democrats elected, though. Like whatever it takes.
I think I don't know if you think this is too much. I feel like for this next shutdown, we're not even a year in yet, right? 6 days, right? I feel like it's worth it to do some stuff where, like, I think keeping the government shut down until literally like civil war over certain things, like I know the ICE thing is a thing that is brought up a lot, and I do think that maybe there's a play to be made there, but the idea of selectively pulling funds from some states, I think there should be some demand that somehow, I don't know if it would be some Senate rule or some executive order, or I don't know how you would do it, but there has to be a way to make that not okay, because that's probably one of the most egregious and disgusting things that the president has done that doesn't even get that much attention. That's just so clearly and obviously and indisputably wrong.
Absolutely, they could include that in the budget, that Trump can't do certain things, that those funds have to be spent or whatever. Now he could still go against that, and then it's a matter of what do we do now. But there has to be some trust. But they could build that into the budget that he signs, that he has to spend money and he can't take away from certain things.
I guess, or I think it has to be. It might even just be a verbal promise from the president, because process and procedure means nothing. Because I feel like isn't the budget already like it has to be spent that way? Like that doesn't have to be added. Isn't that just like how the budget works? It's supposed to be, right?
But the language could be stronger. So, for example, there was some language included in a recent bill that, like, if Pete Hegseth didn't do something, he would lose 25% of his travel budget, and that was enough to threaten him and make him do something. So there could be additional things added like that punish the administration if they don't come through. But I'm with you. Like, we should be fighting on every must-pass
Based alert.
bill. We should fight, and we should demand things, and we should insist on them. So this is a great example, like I brought up on the show. Let's increase ICE training.
Yeah, wait, is that
47 days right now, right?
Is that actually true? Is that I haven't looked? Is it really they're drafting people in and giving them 47 days of training to make them ICE? Is it people coming from other law enforcement backgrounds, or?
Yeah, what I'm reading is it's like 6 weeks of training for new people. I haven't read too much on it, but yeah, there's something like 47, 48 days of training before they start.
I bet their training is just watching Hitler speeches.
Could demand that be doubled or something like that, just to say, hey man, this is something we care about.
I didn't know
like
6 weeks was enough
about it too.
To go through all the Hitler
I also
speeches.
Here's
oh god.
Well, my thing is, like, overall, the Republicans and Trump are going to get blamed for a shutdown and anything bad that happens. Yes, Democrats will get blamed, but we don't need to win, like, the people over by 10, 20 points. Like, even just them getting blamed 5% more is enough to win elections.
Sure.
Okay, so I do
And we're
disagree,
already on a
Steven.
decent path,
right?
I think, right now, right?
Oh wait, never mind. He just agreed.
Yeah,
he
we're
just
not going to
conceded.
blow that by shutting down the government. The government was shut down for 43 days, I think, and nobody gave a shit at all. I think Trump would have buckled eventually because the economy would have suffered. Like, airports would have slowed down and stuff like that.
Maybe, yeah.
What? Are you saying that we should have extended the government shutdown? Are you saying that this is the entire, like, SNAP benefits thing is actually something that, like, people will care about or not care about? What? People don't actually care about starving? What? That's so crazy. If only we knew, right? Oh, wait, there's been people pushing for extending the shutdown the entire fucking flippin' time. Hutch? Moron, stupid.
I think demanding Kristi Noem is gone too. I think is reasonable. I can't believe the fact that she came out and just lied. It's so acceptable to just lie about ongoing investigations. She said so much dumb stuff. Did you see her Jake Tapper interview?
Yes.
And she defended all of it. Like,
kept pressing her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think this is an act of domestic terrorism? Like, I think that's a valid question. And then she still lied about the event. Like, oh,
Yeah, they were
ice broke
stuck in a
down and this woman tried
snowbank
to
and
run
all
them
the.
over.
Yeah, she was ramming them viciously. Like, although the only problem with that is that
Yeah.
Trump also mirrored the language into truth. It probably several truth posts, so I don't know how that would look. But yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like we have to start making big demands, and if it goes in a really, really bad direction, at some point I think we just kind of have to accept that because. Yeah, I just can't believe it's only been 1 year. It's just crazy. We're like on the verge of considering like an invasion of Greenland. This is like the No New Wars party. We're probably bombing Iran within the next week. We've already deposed Venezuela's
Targets
leader.
for practice are Jews,
We're
black guys, and white women.
Denmark is
Really?
sending troops to Greenland. Like,
No, we got to draw a line, man. We got to.
Damn.
Republicans won't do anything, so we got to. And
Damn,
in the end, your
bro.
average American
What the
knows Trump's the
fuck?
president, so he's in charge of everything. They don't understand how the House works or the Senate.
Bro, if I find... Okay, do you have an augment? Okay, do you have an augment blueprint for defensive or for healing? Do you have an augment blueprint? Okay.
That's why I was making a joke of like, you think you can go up to any American and say, how many votes do you need in the Senate to pass something? And they're going to go 60 votes and there's only 53 Republicans. And so you need 7 Democrats. They don't know any of that shit. So they're going to blame Trump and the Republicans for everything, no matter what he says. Oh, what? It's so
sorry,
easy
hold on.
for
I
us.
just want to
We're not
clarify.
in control.
Hutch did not oppose another shutdown fight. He supports pushing ICE reforms. He's not opposed to another fight. Sorry. Maybe I hadn't made it deep enough in yet, but it sounded like there was a little bit of opposition there. But
I got the impression Hutch did not want to shut down the government over ICE.
Blech.
well, maybe you haven't listened enough to this video that you were part of the podcast. I'm just kidding.
I space out sometimes, man. They just go at each other for a while. Maybe I missed it. I don't know. I did not get the feeling that he was down to fight, but I think like the momentum's there right now to do it, just to pick a fight over anything. And in fact, the people want to see a fight from the left. They don't want to see people capitulate and just do nothing.
Yeah.
Did you see Yellow Shirt guy?
Who was Yellow Shirt guy?
I'm asking IRI.
My
know
bad.
Yellow- I've
My
heard
bad.
Yellow
My
Shirt
bad.
Back in the day.
Yeah, sorry, wrong stream, Steve. You've heard of him? Okay, the Yellow Shirt guy. He was on, I don't know, he was on some random fucking stream. I think it was Status Quo or whatever, or like Status Quo News or whatever. And he was just going off at an ICE protest, being like, "It's the time for talking is past. Like, we need to start fucking killing these guys. The next time I come here to this protest, I'm gonna come with a gun." Yeah, he was. I think the people are pretty fed up with it.
Yes.
Damn. Is that? Are you talking about what Yellow Shirt guy from the gaming marathon?
I mean, I'm disavow.
I'll send you the video. It was it's just some random guy in a yellow shirt. I'll send you the video.
Oh, okay. 'Cause there is an actual Yellow Shirt guy who's famous for being weird
I'm
at
against violence.
a gaming
Okay.
convention. Do you know about
Oh
that,
my
Steven?
lord.
This isn't the same. This isn't Red Shirt guy who did the lore
I think it's Red Shirt
correction.
guy at the WoW one. Yeah.
Oh, Red Shirt
No,
guy.
yeah, he played Echo the Dolphin at some fuck, I forgot what it was called. The old school video game marathon they used to do.
GDQ?
Yeah. I can't believe you haven't heard of that meme. He was so funny. He like had some awkward moment where he laughed at somebody dying after like trying for hours and hours and everybody got mad at him. That's great.
Yes, exactly. The current level of violence against ICE is not acceptable. Okay? This level of violence against ICE is not acceptable. Okay? I don't like it. I don't like it. Okay?
But I'm with you. Fuck these guys, man. Time to fight. What are we doing? What are we dicking around for, you know? Like, we need to fight every must-pass bill opportunity. We have to fight tooth and nail.
Yeah, I agree.
When's the next budget?
We need to do
passing?
better.
Is it like sometime soon?
The shutdown opportunity is
Well,
within
yeah.
like a month, right?
Oh.
Yeah, the end of January is when funding runs out, so...
Yeah, I see Hutch on
out.
YouTube chat, but I
But-
don't think he's in the Discord server. I can't perms him. Sorry, what were you saying?
Chuck Schumer sounded like he doesn't want to do anything already, that they're making progress on appropriations, so he doesn't care, but we'll see. We'll see what he comes up
Good
with.
evening.
I don't know.
Good
It's a tough
evening.
situation. But like you said, we've got Republicans on the ropes right now, so it's not really necessary to do much right now anyways.
Yeah, maybe.
Keep
Yeah.
dying or quitting. I mean, they're losing their majority.
Yeah, the 2025 elections, were very bad for the Republicans, and it's only going to get worse because it's all about the economy, and Trump's not doing anything. Like, Venezuela is not going to change anything at all.
Yeah.
And Iran's not going to change anything. We're one Black Hawk helicopter going down away from the
A
public getting pissed
horrible
at Trump. And this shit.
international thing. Yeah, and domestically, that would be so horrible too. Yeah. What do you think is going to be the resolution,
Yes.
or do you think it's just going to fade away? Like, my intuition on this, and I haven't followed any domestic and Minnesota local news closely. Is there a chance that this guy, the ICE guy, like just evades all charges? They don't give anything to the Minnesota Police Department, and just nothing happens to him?
Absolutely. This guy, he's not going to be charged with anything.
And then what does that
saw that
look like?
You saw the prosecutors quit, right? Like, they're quit because the DOJ is investigating her partner and her for being part of a larger network.
Yeah.
And the Civil Rights Division had a bunch of people quit at DOJ as well, because usually they get involved if there's a police shooting, and they're not being involved
Any
at all.
defibs?
So they are not investigating this guy at all.
What do you
He's
think is
free, bro?
What do you think happens from that?
I mean, he's the poster boy for ICE now. Like, come join ICE, you get to shoot libs. I mean, I don't know. I don't think they give a shit. They're happy this happened. They don't care at all. They're like, awesome, one less annoying person blocking ICE.
What
You thought that they were going to actually prosecute this guy and try to charge him with something? No way.
No, I'm curious, like, where the I don't see him in any room. Hutch, what room are you saying you're in? I see game room 1, 2, and 3. I don't see anybody named Hutch in any of these rooms. Okay. What
Yay.
I guess I'm just curious. Do you think there's like a? Are you worried at all about like a civil war breaking point? Like, do you think we're anywhere near that, or do you think that's still like a super fantastical out there thing?
No, I think that's fantastical.
Wait, where's Case? I think Case wanted to call in, right? Yeah, I think Case wanted to call in.
I don't think Americans are anywhere near pulling guns on each other and fighting over ICE or something like that.
Huh. Okay.
No way.
Do you think
don't
that
see it
states
happening.
should be taking a more aggressive position with their state police against ICE operating in their states?
Ooh, I don't know what they could do. You know, they can't go against them. This was all kind of brought up in the lawsuit in California when Gavin Newsom tried to stop the National Guard from assisting ICE. And the complaint was that ICE is not notifying the local police and coordinating with them so that they can help keep the public safe and help like shut down areas and stuff like that. And so I guess the local police and state police can make.
Are they just like simply moving in, like, without letting anybody know? Like, are they just like moving in silent masses and you don't realize it until it's like too late or some shit? That's pretty fucked, dude. Jesus Christ.
Demands that, hey man, if you guys want to keep
Yikes.
working here, you're gonna have to
Good.
do it our way, otherwise you're on your own. And you know, ICE can't really like protect themselves. They need the local police to assist them when the shit hits the fan.
Yeah,
It
because
seems like they're kind of trying to do that right now in Minneapolis. The local police doesn't seem to be showing up to anything.
well, yeah, but it's because it seems like they're
No,
not
they're
coordinating or
there.
working with them at all. Yeah.
Right. The stuff we see is like them starting shit without telling the local authorities, and so then they get in trouble and run away. But you do see the police show up, and then they like try to escort them and stuff. But it's only a matter of time till something really bad happens, and the police.
I would imagine the reason why they don't let the police know, even though policemen are typically extremely conservative, is because I think at least conservative police adhere more to rules and laws. And I think that if ICE starts breaking laws blatantly, which they are like currently doing now, then the police are just basically morally and like pragmatically like obligated to arrest ICE officers while escorting them. So like they can escort the ICE officers, but then like the people committing the crimes would be ICE. So then they would have to arrest ICE. That's probably why ICE wants to do their own thing and arm themselves instead of having police officers accompanying them, right? I don't know. That's just a guess I'm throwing out there. I could be wrong, okay? But like that is I think that's reasonable. I think like if if you know that ICE is like breaking laws in order to like do heinous shit, right? Then yeah, like then you're as an officer of the law, you're not allowed to just like stand by and like let that happen, right? I don't know.
If they don't coordinate it
knows?
with the local police. So I guess they could put pressure on them there and be like, we're not going to help you until you start really coordinating with us.
One thing that I hope people kind of differentiate more, and I know it's obviously online when people are super radical and all this shit, and in different communities where people just view everything as being the same, I think people need to spend a lot of time differentiating between like the local police and the state police and like federal police, because sometimes I feel like people are too eager to throw kind of all of them in together, and I think it's really bad, especially in situations like this.
Yeah, I mean, the local police are kind of in a tough spot because on one hand, ICE is going after some bad hombres, and I get flack because I defend some of their actions, but I'm sorry, I want ICE to come into my community and get rid of child molesters. I think we have to be careful when we're like, fuck.
I don't think that's ICE's job to get rid of child molesters. I think that would be the FBI's job. No, I think that's the FBI's job. Okay, dude.
Guys, no ICE, abolish ICE. Like, wait a second now. There's some real bad people out there. That's, and ICE was busting them during Biden, but this is out of control what they're doing, just going door to door and trying to get random people that have been here for years and not causing any problems.
Yeah, I feel like I'm the number one like police defender, bootlicker guy when it comes to like, especially some of the crazy progressive left.
Oh my gosh, Steven, please stop saying this, okay? You are not the number one police defender bootlicker guy, okay? Nobody said you were, okay? You are not the number one police defender bootlicker guy. Please stop saying this as if you're like the cool one out of the group, okay?
The rhetoric on that. I think I would be fully on board at this point though with like an abolish ICE and either relegate the responsibilities to another department or create something new, because at this point I feel like the reputation is unsalvageable. It's just GG. Crazy. Yeah, I don't know.
You guys are shooting people in the fucking eye with non-lethals and murder, like, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like that's... Damn, and I actually didn't see the end of that video when the woman was driving off and the guy was like, fucking bitch. And I was like, holy shit, bro.
You didn't hear that?
No, yeah, you just murdered this woman, dude. Jesus. Okay, what was Hutch? Yeah. What was your shut down the government position on? How do you feel about the upcoming fight?
I've seen ACAB people saying that. No. No matter how extreme Steven is, it'll never be as extreme as like a fucking actual policeman or like a Republican. There's absolutely no way. Yeah.
Yeah, so I am fully on board with another shutdown. I have a staffer in my chat that works for one of the reps in the House, and he has a different perspective. I haven't spoken with him yet, so there might be some other angles that I haven't thought of yet, but for the same reason that I think the first shutdown was good politically, I think we should do it again. I think there's a lot more momentum now in terms of like the anti-ICE stuff. I don't know if you guys saw, but like support for abolishing ICE went up like 17 points very quickly.
Yeah.
Since the shooting, and the healthcare stuff is really relevant right now because people are actually paying these bills for their higher premiums. And so my whole thing was like, I don't think that we should have an indefinite shutdown. That's fucking insane to me.
Strategically, don't you kind of have to? Like if they know that the pain is going to end at some point, we're like, and they just have to hold out for some period of time, doesn't that incentivize them to just never acquiesce?
Well, I'm surprised that I'm surprised that Steven has his take. I thought that Steven was against having the shutdown be longer than it needs to be or something. But then in a way, it's not needs to be. Like the shutdown should have been longer, right? Realistically. I don't fucking know, dude. Like it's just this entire thing is a mess, but whatever.
I don't understand the art. Like I'm not really sure what are we getting for like a 3-month shutdown? How is that a win for Democrats?
IRI has a position. I think that it's politically feasible. In my mind, I feel like there's some stuff that's worth like principally defending. I feel like the ICE stuff is some of it. One of my big things that I think we should be fighting over more is the selective funding to states. I feel like it's crazy that they're now just openly, like they've been withholding FEMA funds from some states. They've been announcing they're going to cut some types of welfare funding from blue states. I think that's beyond the pale, but...
So that feels like you're operating... Oh, go ahead, Guy.
Well, I think Hutch...
Go ahead, Guy.
You were saying like a year-long shutdown on the podcast, and I just think that
Honestly, I'm just happy Destiny and Hutch are talking the same call. Yeah, but we'll see whether or not Hutch has the spine to confront Destiny, or whether or not even Steven has the spine to confront Hutch about like this entire thing, right? Because in my opinion, there needs to be some kind of like fucking reconciliation that needs to happen between the two of them. Like you can't just like move on without talking about it, okay? Like otherwise they'll like in my opinion, there's just like forever this fucking hanging thread of like whatever. They literally went at each other for hours over like commentary and different fucking things. Like you're gonna pretend that never happened? Like what? Okay, toxic masculinity based, I guess. Just never address the issue, just move on until it blows up again. Very based, very cool, very man.
That's unrealistic. I think that even a 3-month shutdown is unrealistic too. Like 40 days happened because Trump was able to like keep the military funded by moving some money around, and he had the SNAP benefits on the table that are gone now. I mean, that's funded through the end of this fiscal year.
Steven's too forgiving? No, he's just like fucking confrontation like averse with people that he actually likes. Yeah.
But I think the economy would start to slow down as people stop showing up from TSA and the air traffic controllers. And once the airports slow down, which I think would have happened in another week or two, then I think that he bends the knee because he can't stand to see the economy hurt.
So like maybe, but like the first shutdown.
Is Steven using a fucking macro? Does anyone know whether or not he's using a fucking macro or some shit? I don't know. I can tell.
Like I was saying on the podcast, they gave no indication whatsoever that.
Wait, Magabas, what do you need to do in the game specifically?
I don't know, honestly. I was doing some quests and doing free loadouts, and looting what I could. So I have like
Okay.
a whole great set for like whatever you want to do.
Okay. I'm thinking because I want to farm the final blueprints, but I'm not sure if. Ooh, locked gate. Blue gate. Wait, no, but then you have to wait until the locked gate actually opens first before you can even benefit off of that. Okay, probably not. We can. You want to run Stellamontes? You want a PvP?
Let's go.
Okay, I'm running a Bobcat. Okay, so you better not die. Wait, can you? Do you have heavy shields?
I don't. I have medium shields.
Okay, that's okay. Okay, I'll figure something out. Okay, all right. Okay.
Okay.
They were even close to budging, and I understand why those.
Also, don't worry. You'll know if I'm talking to you if I pause the video. Okay. If you're watching the Discord stream. Okay. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Or yeah, and you're able to follow here at my commentary without like looking at my stream, I guess. But yeah.
Democratic senators did what they did because we were about to head into you mentioned like the interruption to commerce and travel and how that would fuck up the economy. The public-private partnerships that exist right now are expansive and exist all over the country. This would be massively disruptive to the economy. I mean, like there would be sustained job losses. There would be shrinkage in GDP. People
Hutch.
would feel the impact of that negative.
Yeah. So what? People are already feeling the impact of the Republicans now. People are already feeling the impact of the Republicans now. What are you talking about? What are you on about? Hutch, are you okay, motherfucker?
Pressure on our economy, on our entire economy. And the idea that America would, like, just their view would be that like, we're glad that the Democrats are picking this fight after like 3 months of a shutdown and, you know, hundreds of thousands of jobs lost. I think it's just fully delusional. Like, if you're right.
Fuck! Trump cut more than, what is it, 60,000. Oh my god, fuck me, dude. Didn't Trump cut more than 60,000 fucking veteran affairs jobs out? And then they all had to come back later with no back pay or some shit. And then in addition, I'm pretty sure like other people were cut and like they received no back. Dude, what the fuck are you talking about? You're saying that Democrats cannot play on the same level playing field as the Republicans? They can't use the same fucking tactics? They can't cause job loss in order to fuck over the Republicans so then we can actually create long-term job gain? You are so fucking stupid. God, you might as well just not do politics ever again. Oh my god, dude, whatever, man. And he keeps talking about like, oh, well, you don't live in the real world. You don't live in the real world. You're not a normie. You don't feel the actual impacts of it, motherfucker. We are all probably gonna feel the impacts of it. Okay, you're so stupid. All right, I'm living by myself here. Okay.
And there's an avenue and there's some kind of a lane to get them to budge. Then sure, yeah, like keep the pressure going if you actually think it's going to result in concessions. But if we come to the determination like 5 weeks into this next shutdown or 4 weeks, and they're not giving any indication that they're going to budge, and the shutdown, and we win politically anyways, like we benefit from that.
What's the win there if you're just like giving up at the first, like they're not budging at all?
Look at the numbers of the last shutdown. Like, how many people even knew about these tax credits expiring before Democrats picked that fight? Like, I learned about that because of that shutdown fight. I know millions of other people did too. And by the end of that shutdown fight, we had like a 20-point advantage in terms of who the public blamed for those tax credits expiring. That's a political win. I mean, I think that shutdown helped us in those elections in November. I think that juiced our margins. And so yeah, go ahead.
Well, yeah, I think the wins were that we became the party of affordability. That like people act like that was just a natural thing before, but yeah, Democrats forcing the fight over the expiring enhanced ACA subsidies pushed it to the forefront. Nobody was talking about that at the time, and now we're seen as the party of fighting for affordability with that as the leading issue. Plus, we kicked ass in those Virginia and New Jersey elections in November partially because of the shutdown. So there were definitely huge wins that came from it. A lot of people were like, oh, we didn't get anything from the previous shutdown fight. I think we got a lot. I think we could ask for even more this time.
Do you normies give a fuck if it only goes like 14 days instead of like the full 40? Or do you think like we can accomplish the same thing with like a lesser shutdown?
Absolutely. It's just a matter of how much pain Trump is willing to suffer before he gives in.
I mean, if you prolong a shutdown, I mean, there's so many other consequences. Like it would affect like the judiciary.
They're trying to be friendly,
affect,
I think.
Like state funding programs.
If they start shooting first, then you kill them.
Snap. Like the consequences do start to cascade at a certain point, and then it really spirals out of control.
Hold on, I want to loot this area.
I don't know. I don't really understand what is the upside of doing that when we already have such a massive advantage on Republicans right now electorally. And I also just have issue with the idea of like there's this language of like fighting, right? Like we gotta make a stand and we gotta pick.
Kushas, what are your thoughts on the accusations that you treated me like a cheap whore, Smadge? What? How did I treat you like a cheap whore? Why would I? Also, excuse me? Cheap whores are contributing to the American labor force, okay? They are providing a service in this economy. Okay, they're so annoying. I'm ready to kill them, okay? They are so annoying. Can these guys just please shut the fuck up? Bro.
This fight, and it's like, okay, but that sort of assumes good faith negotiations from the Republican side of the aisle. If they are the
Why
party
do we have
in power,
Beavis and Butthead near
stop
us?
them from blocking certain things or pursuing their agenda, as is the case, and they're not willing
after I
to
loot this
negotiate,
entire place, if they're still
they
around,
will
we're marrying
suffer
them.
in terms like a political price for that. And we will look the better for it. We will, like, just like you said, Guy, like we positioned ourselves as the party of affordability and bringing down healthcare costs because of that shutdown fight. And you risk all of that going away if like 3 months later people are like, I just lost my fucking job. You know,
Have they considered putting him on the live and learn? I don't know about that. I think that Pisco's chat is definitely going to go through it, but you know what? Fuck Pisco's chat. All right, dude, why not? Like you know, my question will always be why not? But you know, like people will be scared. People will be scared. But then if you made the effort, right? Like if you made the effort in the first place to already hop onto like Steven's stream, then you might as well go all the way, right? Like in a way, I don't know.
Blame us, though.
Fox right now. No. I
won't
think
blame
I think you're wrong about that, bro. I think
I don't.
I think the suffering
because-
gets so great at a certain point that they're just like, this needs to end. Like somebody needs to end this.
Well, just quickly, I'll say I think the party in power suffers. Nobody's gonna be like, "Oh, damn, we needed 7 votes in the Senate
got
to
a
pass the
lot of
bill," and
good
Democrats
items.
refuse to do that. I think the Trump administration and the Republicans will be blamed for the most part. Think about your average normie out there. They're just gonna be like, "Dude, my life sucks more than it did before. Who's in power? Trump and Republicans? I'm voting for the other guy."
Yeah.
Yeah, but those people, especially the most vulnerable ones, are gonna suffer the worst
Let's
consequences.
go. Let's go
of a
home. I
prolonged
got too
shutdown.
many good items to
They
risk
will.
anything. To be
They'll be
honest.
smashed, and their lives. A lot of people's lives will be ruined for sure.
I'm curious on.
But
I'm curious real quick on Hutch's take. And then just because IRI had a more happy take on this, do you feel like there's any chance? Like, are we getting to a point to where like we might see a situation that spurs like massive amounts of like violent unrest, or do you think that's still pretty fantastical or pretty far off from that?
I mean, I might have called it fantastical like 6 months ago, but I don't know if it's likely, but it's plausible with the way this administration is behaving, for sure.
Shit.
I feel like we're like one ICE incident away where theoretically if the right crowd is there or the right people are there, like if you were to get a policing event that involved the death of like 4 or 5 plus people, I feel like that could get super catastrophic
Oh, what the hell?
really fast. And I don't know.
I mean,
Wait, who was that? Was that you?
The Kent State massacre was a major turning point in American politics, and that was like pretty catastrophic for the government, and like a lot changed culturally because of that event. And if something like that happened
God.
now, I don't know. Like, there's a lot of Trump is horrifying, and I think
It
all the
helps
stuff
us,
that he's
don't
doing.
kill
I
them.
mean, it is really alarming. But I don't know about you guys, but after this weekend, especially after this last week, in response to this shooting, I feel so confident that if Trump were to really wild out, I have no doubt in my mind it would provoke the largest protest movement the world has ever seen, like by far. That it would eclipse the anti-war movement in the 60s and the 70s. I think there would be like 10, 20, 30 million people in the streets. Like, I feel pretty encouraged about that. I don't think that the American people are demonstrating that they're going to make this easy for Trump. And he's already like really spiraling in terms of his political influence and popularity. Really bad. Like, his political capital is completely dried up, and we're not even past his second year in office. And so, like, they don't expect to pass any more legislation this year. They just, like, Republicans are just coming out and saying,
Ow.
we don't think that we have the votes to really like do much. Like, all that is gone. And so
I still hear
like
I still hear major like content creators are always, of course, always willing to defend like everything that the administration does. Do you get the impression, for Guy, I guess, because you're talking to a lot more kind of average-ish people on TikTok, do you get the impression that like the low-level or like the frontline Trump voter is as on board with everything as a lot of the larger media, alternative media content creator people are?
Yeah, they're a
Can you
little.
crawl down here?
The only thing they recognize is that Trump is bullshitting on some things. But because the Venezuela raid went so smoothly, because the Iran bombing went so smoothly, they're on board. And they're willing to ignore him not releasing the Epstein files. They're willing to ignore that he hasn't brought down affordability because gas is cheaper. So these are the kind of things I hear, that they make excuses, and they're still on board with that. But he's slowly losing people. You know, the Epstein files is inexplicable. Like, it's been 3 weeks since a single document has been released. What the hell is he doing?
Kind of moved on from that, it seems.
Yeah.
Yeah, but are people even asking right now for the fucking Epstein files? Like, I don't even know if people are even asking for them anymore. Fuck me.
No,
As long as these missions keep going smoothly, I think they're on board. But how long can this go on? You know, it's like I keep saying, it's only a matter of time until Black Hawk goes down or something, and he's got his own Afghanistan withdrawal with 13 soldiers dead.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but how relevant is Venezuela in comparison to the ICE stuff this week?
Oh
like,
my
broadly
god.
across
Wait,
the country?
wait, we need to keep going down. We need to
Not
keep
at
going
all.
down.
Like, that's
Keep
not
going
enough
down,
to
keep going
sustain
down,
them.
keep
They
going
see it
down.
as like
Go,
a
go,
big
go, go,
W,
go,
and I
go,
think
go.
it is a W. Like the vast majority of Venezuelans like what Trump did, and so certainly in Venezuela it's a W. I think like eventually it'll be like 55% of the country approve of him doing what he did. But it's a foreign policy thing that is completely disconnected from 99% of people's lives in America. They're
All right,
not
fuck
really
it. We're
thinking
shooting
about
on sight next
Venezuela.
time.
They are talking about and thinking about the ICE stuff, and that's just going horribly for him.
Misaki, you want to join us?
And they all know, like all of these conservative pundits and content creators, they can all fucking feel what's happening, which is that Donald Trump is like really spiraling.
Sure.
And he's physically diminishing as he ages, and his
Oh,
own
look at
ego.
this.
Like, I don't know if Trump like fully understands just how much
No.
he's slipped in terms of his political power and influence. Maybe he's got
Well-
a part of him that knows, like the back of his neck gets a little tingly or whatever, but I think that he finds a way to delude himself to avoid confronting that. And so he just continues to do more and more stupid shit thinking that it's popular, and it's not. And all of these conservative pundits,
No, I can't make it.
They can
I
feel
can't make
the-
it. Fuck me.
like, you guys remember covering Biden, right? Like,
Fuck.
that was kind of tough sometimes. He would trip up on his words and maybe slip up the
the tough
stairs.
thing
only
was
broad
like
defib.
misspeak and maybe he slips on the stairs though. Yeah, but this tough thing is like, what did Stephen Miller
just
said
stole the
today, that
president.
ICE has plenary authority or absolute immunity to, I guess, murder U.S. citizens? Jesus Christ! But no, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Like, our coverage it doesn't even come close to, like, they have to come up with such insane cope. And now you have Joe Rogan calling ICE the Gestapo. That's kind of that's pretty significant. He's a tremendously influential guy, and I think he's like a bellwether in some respect.
Okay, yeah, but you need to stop treating these moderates as if they're like God sent angels from heaven. You can't say that. You can't do that. You can't do that. I'm sorry. You can't just treat, like, you can't count on Joe Rogan. Okay, it is good that Joe Rogan is doing that. Like, I'm not going to deny that. Like, of course it's good that Joe Rogan is like calling out ICE, okay? But that doesn't matter. You shouldn't count on him. You shouldn't treat that as some kind of like, oh my god, okay guys, we're good now. Right? I don't know. Like my fear is that Hutch is just so complacent. He's looking for any excuse to downplay every single like possible situation. And that's my ultimate frustration with Hutch. If anybody else said that, oh yeah, it's good that Joe Rogan said this, I wouldn't give a fuck. I would think, you know what? That's good, okay? But I don't know. That's not what he's doing. No. I know how Hutch works. No, I was gonna say, you know what? Maybe I've been too harsh on Hutch, but I think I know how Hutch works. I think I know how he works at this point. I think it's consistent.
And so they can all feel it. They can all feel that this is not going well for them. And
No shot. Okay. All right.
Well, I look at the 2025 elections, and they went.
Yeah, it's a pattern, right? It's a pattern. Also, who the fuck are you? Did anybody ask for your opinion? Bye. Dude, Jesus Christ. Sorry, I can't stand. I can't stand randos like coming in here like their boss. Okay.
So
fuck
in our
me.
favor,
Right.
I just think that's going to continue. None of this stuff is going to change that calculus, and they're just going to lose elections continuing through the midterms. So I don't see anything changing that. I don't see civil war. I don't see anything. I think it's just people are just, taking it on the chin with the economy, and they're going to vote for Democrats. So I don't know. I don't see like anything having changed, I guess, is my big answer, Stephen, in the end. Like, people are still coming up and they're just repeating the dumb talking points. Like right now, they're just saying gas is cheaper, man. It's great. Love it. Thank you, Trump.
Okay. All right. Well, anything else?
Yeah.
well, I just wanted to come in and say, like, I fully support a shutdown. I think that the Democrats should use this opportunity, but I think that there are diminishing returns with shutdowns, and so
He does have a few people who will defend it no matter what. Dude, it's fine, okay? I get it, okay? As long as it's coming from like a certain mouth or whatever, you'll always agree with somebody. Yo, hey, thank you so much for the one gifted sub. For the record, okay? Like, there's 100% people who will do that for me as well, all right? So let's not pretend as if like this is like a one-sided thing, okay? But at the same time, it's like, dude, I just can't. I can't do it, dude. I just can't. Whatever.
I guess I don't like the idea.
I'm so over Hutch defenders, dude. I'm so over Hutch defenders. I can't do it. I just can't do it. Okay, he's too much of a moderate for me. Okay, Hutch is too much of a moderate. Okay.
Yeah, that like we
I want
cannot
them-
force
yeah,
them
that's
to do
your
stuff.
issue,
Like, you
not
say that
mine.
there's must-pass bills. You say that they're going to fold. I mean, I'm
dude,
skeptical. I'd hope you're right. That would be great if we got concessions, but
Also, not only that, like, I don't think you have Hutch's positions. I'm pretty sure your positions are better than Hutch's positions. Okay, Hutch is like, oh, I'm too scared to do literally fucking anything. I'm pretty sure that's not your fucking position.
I don't know. I don't know if they're ready to fully break with Trump like that just yet. And if they do hold out for like 2 months, then I think we do need to be the adults in the room and like end the shutdown, and then we come out the better for it again politically.
What do we
it
do
just
if
helps
it-
us even more.
Theoretically, what if we have a year of, when are elections? Are they November?
Yeah.
Yes.
for midterms. What if we did get, like, say in a week or two or after this funding thing, Trump says I'm pulling basically all welfare funding that I can from every blue state. Like, is that like just a thing to be endured or tolerated because we have to keep the government running? Or is there some point where it's like, then fucking shut it all down for indefinitely and then try to fight on the optics of that?
Okay, I think that I'm actually surprised that Steven is like walking back a little bit. I'm not sure if this counts as walking back. I don't think it was walking back. I don't know. I don't remember. But I'm pretty sure I remember Steven saying at some point that, hey, no, we can't just always keep shutting the government down or something. Or like, oh yeah, we just can't keep doing this because otherwise it'll look bad for the Democrats or some shit. But I have no fucking idea. I just don't. Yeah, I don't know.
I just don't think it works. Like a judge already blocked him trying to do that, and I think it's not going to fly to just cut off a couple of states funding like
I just want Trump to explode. Don't worry, he'll explode like a bloated whale once he dies. Okay.
that. I mean, there's a lot of conservatives in these blue states that are being just shit on by him cutting off those funds too.
Yeah,
That's going to hurt him.
Yeah, maybe. Okay.
That's how I see it. I don't think he's going to pull that
Wait, does that mean you guys are my Dan and Mutin? Holy shit, dude. Everything makes sense now. Sorry.
off. Yeah, he's trying all sorts of shit. He's trying to lower credit card rates to 10%. That's not going to work.
Yeah, there's
Nobody cares.
Yeah.
He's got all sorts of weird ideas, but yeah. All right. Well, nice talking to you guys.
Yeah, I love you guys. Be
All right.
careful.
GG's.
Bye-bye. Have a good one.
These guys aren't ready for the Civil War like we are, Mootin.
No, they don't get
They're
it.
Moon
delusional.
doesn't have a fucking gun, by the way, to be clear.
That's what you
He's
think.
gunless. He doesn't.
He just doesn't
do you
talk about
mean?
the guns that he has.
I hope that because I remember Hutch going so much harder than this on the fucking stream reactions to Steven. Yeah, I just remember Hutch going so much harder. This is just like I don't know. This feels like weak sauce stuff next to like other shit that I've seen from Hutch, but could be wrong. Could be wrong. Could be wrong. Okay. Let's see. Yes, I think I brought a lot already. They're socially conservative, trans athletes, white population. It's your mom's ass, okay? It's so conservative because in terms of space, it is very constrictive, okay, sexually. Okay, stop. I don't know why the fuck I said that. That was so forced. It didn't even make any sense.
He's
No,
smart.
He doesn't have a gun.
I've seen his guns.
Also, I saw through the Matrix. I know why Trump's doing a lot of shit, why he wants the interest rate so low. If there's fucking crazy inflation, all the loans become fucking essentially worthless. Like if you've borrowed $1 million and that $1 million is now worth like 100K of today's money, it's like, you know, that's essentially what we're talking about here.
I mean, that's a take, but the reality is that it'll just never, ever, ever pass. There's no world. Credit cards won't exist at 10% interest.
I don't even know how much of a significant... Is there any stats on how many people are basically doing credit card payments, like just paying the interest month to month?
I don't know. Maybe somewhere. How many people float a balance, basically?
I don't think credit cards should be legal because these people are too fucking retarded to own a credit card.
True.
Wait, Misaki, you're not online. I can't invite you.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
you're not,
One sec.
You're not online. Wait, who are you hiding from? Why does everybody just hide from people on Steam? I feel like that keeps on happening. It was like more than once now. It's like,
No,
oh my god, I
no,
don't want my
I'm-
friends to know.
I'm supposed to be working. I was supposed to be working.
Oh, so you're hiding.
yeah.
You're hiding. You're hiding. You're hiding.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Wait, but doesn't that mean that you're now like here and now they'll know? Or you sure?
No, I'm not. I'm not working anymore. I was, but not anymore.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. I see. Okay, all right. Wait, can we play one round of PvP in Stella Montes first before we pivot to Arc Raider killing, like Nagabes is saying?
Yeah, sure.
About that, yeah. Because I already prepared my fucking loadout. It would be a waste. Okay, cool. Hold on. Let me switch segments on stream. And meanwhile, you guys can prepare your PvP loadouts, okay?
Oh, I hope you have something great to wear tonight because we're going to a party.